Following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of Star Wars spoilers. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Kenobi, Episode 4, before it comes out. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this episode of the Salty Nerd Podcast, where we got a super secret tape emailed to us directly from Pablo Hidalgo himself, who is just a huge fan of Matthew Kadish and your writing skills. So he was able to send us an extra copy of Episode 4 to let us check it out, and I'm super stoked to be able to talk about it. I'm joined, as always, by my salty nerds. Matt Vader's here. What's up, dude?
This show still sucks, dude. Episode 4 still sucks. I'm sorry.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's still terrible.
You think so? Okay.
I don't know what's going on with these people in Lucasfilm.
I don't think they watched the movies.
No, I don't think they did either. It's so weird. There's this weird characters showing up.
It's like these
People dying that come to life 20 years down the road and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. Also joined Jude.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Are you just a huge fan of Star Wars, or
Huge.
huge fan?
Huge.
Right. Okay. Cool. You watch everything.
Some might say huge.
Huge fan.
Huge.
Juge. And Matthew Kadish, the man himself, who got the copy from Pablo Hidalgo. What's up, man?
Yeah, we can't definitively say it was from Pablo Hidalgo because, number one, Pablo Hidalgo has numerous Twitter accounts that he uses to sock puppet. But also, there are a lot of people out there who really like to impersonate him. But an account claiming to be Pablo Hidalgo did send us a link to a Dropbox with an actual video of Obi-Wan Episode 4 days before it was set to come out. So we decided to be a little bit, I guess...
Proactive?
Proactive is one way of putting it. A little bit unethical and review it before it comes out. So that
Unethically proactive.
Yeah, unethically proactive,
That's
yes.
pretty much in our wheelhouse.
Speak for yourself.
So yeah, we have some fun stuff in store for you in this review.
All right.
I just want to preface. If you like Star Wars, that's okay, kids. You can still watch it if you really want to. I'm not going to yuck your yum, but I think I might want to anyway.
He's going to yuck it for himself because he thinks it's yucky.
People like watching yucky stuff.
I know.
It's fine.
It's a theme. It's like how this is how the world works right now.
It's weird, man.
They produce shit, we consume it, and then we talk about it. It's weird how that works,
So
right?
back and forth. Where's that wine? I need to drink. All right. Before we get into it, take a quick break. We'll be right back, and then Kadish is going to take it away with the plot of Episode 4. Welcome back, everybody. All right. We're going to take it away. Heavy spoilers for the Kenobi Episode 4. Go ahead, Kadish. Take it away.
All right, so as we know, at the end of the last episode, Obi-Wan had his confrontation with Darth Vader. He was rescued by this new character. I forget her name, but she's one of the...
Was she a Game of Thrones chick?
Yeah. She was also in Torchwood. And
Yeah, she's like rotting in the bottom of...
Casterly.
No,
not Casterly
She was
Rock.
the Sand Snake lady.
Yeah. She's down there with her daughter rotting away at the bottom of King's Landing.
Yeah.
That was really wild.
That was a fucked up scene.
That was a messed up scene.
Man, remember when Game of Thrones was good?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, remember when Star Wars was good?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
It was like, what, 1984, I think was the last time?
Yeah, 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, Obi-Wan had his confrontation with Vader, but as that was going on, young Leia was running through the tunnels to try to get to the spaceport in order to get away, and Inquisitor Reva, was it Ninth Sister? Is that like her
I
title?
fucking remember.
Yeah.
one of
This
those
synopsis
Inquisitors.
is fire.
Yeah. So
good start.
Reva basically intercepted her, and in this episode, we have a subplot where Reva is holding baby Leia hostage in order to draw Obi-Wan to her so she can gain favor with Darth Vader. And while she's doing this, young Leia is being her witty, bantery, smart aleck little self, and Darth Reva is kind of impressed by this, so she starts teaching Leia the ways of the dark side, and this is going to lead her to eventually be the lady who can live in space and fly like Mary Poppins and all that good stuff. And we see kind of hints of that here, so it's kind of interesting that Lucasfilm decided to make Leia start her Jedi training with Reva.
Before Luke.
I just got a flash of The Last Jedi, and I spaced out for a minute there.
Oh. Fly through space.
Is that a dark side power? Is that like force lightning?
I guess it is now.
They forgot what dark side powers were because Rey uses lightning and she's just like, I didn't mean to. And I'm like, you can't just not mean to fucking use lightning powers.
Rey Skywalker?
No, Rey Palpatine.
I thought her name was Skywalker.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not.
Come to the dark side.
But it is. They said it was Skywalker.
It doesn't matter.
In the movie.
Identity theft is not a joke, Matt.
When she went and buried her lightsabers out in the
In
middle
the sand. Why is everybody burying their
I
lightsabers
don't
in
know.
the sand?
I would not bury my lightsaber.
That's a Last Jedi thing, isn't it?
I guess.
Because fucking Obi-Wan did it.
Yeah.
His 2 lightsabers in the sand.
Yeah.
Fucking Tatooine, man.
It's just the eater of lightsabers.
You know what? If I was able to write like a movie for Star Wars, I would immediately have whatever new big bad come and just glass Tatooine. And it would just be glassed. So you go back
I
there.
think you're getting your things mixed
Yeah,
up.
you're crossing your streams.
Going full covenant.
Don't cross streams.
Yeah, I'm
dude.
going to glass the planet. It's sand, dude. You can glass it real easily.
That's true.
It's just all sand. And then when they go back there, it's not just some boring desert planet again.
So what do you guys think of Reva basically becoming Leia's Force mentor? Either Leia's going to turn her to the light side, or she's going to turn Leia to the dark side.
Well, she's going to get consumed with the power of Leia's 8-year-old cuteness,
Yeah.
and she's going to run around.
The actress is adorable.
She is very cute.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's pulling 10 off very well though, because she's only 8. There's a big difference between 8 and 10.
Those mercenaries trying to chase her through the woods are freaking
Yeah,
hilarious, dude.
yeah.
So funny.
Oh, I'm going to go under this bush.
Oh! I can't go through it.
Flea can't act.
You know, I did.
Why did they cast Flea?
He must be friends with somebody. I don't know. I just feel it feels weird because wasn't he in like Back to the Future too, or was that the other one? There was another.
No, he was in Back to the Future.
Yeah, he was in
Part
Back to the
2,
Future.
The
And I'm
dude
just like,
can't act.
he's just himself.
He's a great bass player.
Yeah.
He can up there and like flop his dick around on stage in front of everybody and stuff.
I'd listen to that.
Well, yeah, that's what the Chili Peppers do. They
They
just
flop their dicks around on their bass
Yeah.
guitars.
put socks on it and stuff. Yeah, that's
Okay.
You ever watch a Chili Peppers concert?
No, apparently I'm missing out. How do you think people write these shows? Do they just flop their dick on a piece of paper?
How do they write
That's
these
how
shows?
you get that smoking bass line.
Here's what you do. You get about a dozen people that have never watched Star Wars before. And you get a big whiteboard. And you put all these talking points that they want to bring up in the show. And then they just kind of fill in the blanks with characters that we all love from our past and from previous shows.
They have a bunch of storylines in a bowl.
Yeah.
And they just pick one.
Pick one out. Yeah. I think young Leia is going to turn to the dark side because obviously, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? And she's going to kill Obi-Wan with a tiny little red lightsaber. Because I mean, fuck the movies, right?
I mean, yeah, really.
Well, so another weird thing that happened in this episode was like we actually saw the Grand Inquisitor's body, confirming that he's dead. And so like that's kind of weird because isn't Star Wars Rebels supposed to be canon and he's alive in that time
hard
frame?
canon.
I got a message, another hidden message from somebody. Their profile picture had a mask on, so I knew it was important. They're gonna bring him back to life, very similar to the way they brought Darth Vader back to life. Like he's dead, but they're gonna like zombify him back to life, and that's
they're
why
gonna Jon Snow him.
That's why his head's all fucked up in Rebels because he has like an extra fucking mechanical brain to help move him around and shit.
Oh, so they Finnick Shanded him.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. They're gonna,
That's an interesting.
Those augmenters can do some really.
it's
cool
another
stuff.
one of those narrative backflips. They're just really fucking good at gymnastics.
Maybe
over
they're
there.
going to give him a fake heart.
Sure. Doesn't his species have more than one stomach?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Ask George Lucas.
'Cause, like-
I can't ask George Lucas because George Lucas doesn't know any of this shit.
Fucking know. So, like, because in episode 3, which I don't think the people who wrote this show watched, there was a member of his species, and he looks just like he does in Rebels. He's got the big cone head, and he's got the fucked up teeth and the cool eyes.
Well,
and shit like that.
this guy in this show didn't really have a cone head. Maybe it was like his
like a stunted brother.
his deformed brother or something, and that's why he's mad because he's got a birth defect. He's got a round head
Instead of a pointy head.
So that made him
maybe
him
that's-
mad.
yeah.
and that's why he's a.
So his
bad
older
dude.
brother comes in and becomes
Yeah,
the Grand Inquisitor?
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
As
That could be.
as a revenge.
And he just
to-
like takes his weird tattoos as like a tribute to his older brother.
Or Lucasfilm doesn't know their own canon.
Could
That
be.
Could be it.
We're just
No.
trying to build
No, come on, it's
outta
a
here.
multi-million-dollar operation, Kadish.
All right, so one of the more controversial aspects of episode 4 is the fact that Obi-Wan Kenobi is entirely in a coma the entire time. And he's basically not in the episode. He's just kind of like lying there the whole time. And Kamal Nanjiani, who played the fake Jedi in episode 2, comes back and teams up with the Sand Snake from Game of Thrones. And the entire episode is about them trying to figure out how to save Obi-Wan Kenobi and get him to wake up. And it wasn't quite the riveting plot that I think Lucasfilm thought it was, because there's only 6 episodes, and now we spend an entire episode with Obi-Wan Kenobi basically passed out.
Wasn't there like a weird witch doctor in this episode that was like, oh, he owes you money, right? And he pushes on his chest, and Obi-Wan's like, to blame.
No,
and he's like,
that was a Princess Bride.
oh shit! All right,
You're mixing up your classic franchise.
sorry, man. I was remembering a better scene from another movie about somebody in a coma.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I can't believe that they just sidelined Ewan McGregor like that, because he's supposed to be the main character of the show.
I heard he doesn't like the show very much. I heard he's just like, yeah.
Oh, did he send you a message too?
Well, no, I can't confirm that.
I mean, you'd think that they'd at least have done like flashbacks and given us like, while Obi-Wan's in a fever dream or in his coma, he remembers, his time with Anakin, and that gives us a reason to see Hayden Christensen reprise the role. But no, he's just like passed out on the bed, and Kumail Nanjiani, or I'm sorry, I'm probably
Nanjiani.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, and he's funny.
He is good, and he was like the main character of this episode, which was weird.
Did he use his magnets to like? I love that they use magnets. Just a bunch of simple tricks and nonsense, like Obi-Wan said. Can you imagine?
He's a hustler.
Can you imagine if Obi-Wan met this guy at some point in time, and that's why he doesn't believe in the Force? He's just like, yeah, freaking Force power users are nonsense. It's just this freaking weirdo dude with magnets and shit like that.
Well, that's really what he is.
Well,
He's a weirdo dude with magnets.
the big reveal at the end, and I was really surprised that they went there, is that they actually showed Emperor Palpatine having sex with a woman, and this spawns the son that eventually becomes Rey's father. And I thought it was interesting that they're setting it up that early.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was a smoke show too, man.
I forgot.
The Emperor's got some good taste.
Well, he's the emperor of the universe, bro. Like, bring me your slave girls. What is good in life? Like, he just does the whole, yeah.
At least she's a redhead. I was happy that she's a redhead. They didn't cancel her.
They didn't name drop it, but
No.
was that Mara Jade? Did Mara Jade bone the emperor?
She was the Emperor's hand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Smoking hot
They
redhead?
never really named her, but
Dude. Fuck.
that's pretty cool.
Mara Jade was the emperor's bone tomahawk.
That's right.
So Mara,
All you saw was her bush.
Mara Jade.
That's how he knows she's a redhead.
Yeah, Mara Jade is Rey's grandmother. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. None of it makes sense.
And Luke got the Emperor's sloppy seconds.
Well, we've never confirmed in the movie universe that Luke ever
They change everything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised fucking Mace Windu hasn't shown up with his hand already cut off. So I don't know. Whatever.
Well, we don't know what's in store for episode 5.
He's still alive though, right? Didn't Samuel L. Jackson confirm?
Well, in my head he is.
Yeah.
But, this is like
But he just took a really long hiatus. He's like, I ain't fucking around with this emperor no more. And he bounces for a while.
that's what they could. If they wanted to be like really good, they could bring Mace Windu back.
Yeah. Since Obi-Wan's so useless in his own TV show, like bring Mace Windu back to kick the shit out of Anakin.
He still doesn't know how to use the Force.
It's like,
Apparently.
remember my arm, motherfucker, and just fucking go at him. I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking Sith and this motherfucking planet. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
That would
Say
be
what happened to
be
your arm one more time.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Well, I was actually very happy that we actually got a subplot in this episode of Owen Lars trying to sell water on Tatooine.
The most interesting part
That
of the
was
show.
the best part of the show.
They ripped that from Ice Pirates.
Owen Lars, water salesman, going down to the huts, bargaining deals and dealing with mercenaries.
Fight off Sand People and stuff, trying to steal
Can't
his
call them
water
Sand
and
People
shit.
anymore, man.
Why?
Sand People's canceled. Got to call them
What?
Tusken Raiders.
Sand People's canceled.
Are you talking about the Sand Snake?
Those
Yeah,
guys.
those people. That's also an offensive way of
What? I can't. I don't know. No, that's a Wookiee.
No, that's Wookiee.
Is that not okay either?
I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to mimic because it's a minority, so it's rude to mimic them.
Wookiees are minorities?
Yeah, they're all killed off. The Emperor killed them all off. There's only like a few left.
I'm so confused.
It's like Chewie and like 4 other ones.
I don't know what's
And
going on.
they have to bang to bring the. That's a
No, so is that the same
Seal.
person?
I think that's just a seal. Which are also endangered, you asshole.
Man.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I don't either.
Well, we got one more thing, which was surprising, which was that they actually brought back Alden Ehrenreich as young Han Solo, where he met with Bail Organa, who's trying to figure out a way to smuggle Obi-Wan back to Alderaan because he thinks that Obi-Wan has his daughter. And I thought this was a very bold move. It probably means that they're going to make a Solo sequel at some point, or this is the Solo sequel that we're going to be getting. But it's kind of weird because you'd think that the character of Solo would be younger in this part, but I guess Lucasfilm didn't think it was important.
You can't be younger.
Well, he's like 50 in New Hope, right?
And you know,
He's 30
space travel's
something.
like a ball of yarn.
Oh,
Or you guys go crossing streams again.
sorry.
I do what I want.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, we actually didn't see the episode. we're just kind of thinking, what would Lucasfilm do for episode 4 of Kenobi?
So we're liars.
Oh, we are big liars.
Big fat liars.
Big fat, obnoxious, drunk liars.
I want to set the record straight. I do not love Star Wars. And
Does that hurt you to say
it's
that?
been weighing on my chest the whole time we've been talking. I don't want people to
Asked
think
you to
that.
watch Star Wars?
Yeah, we did a whole Star Wars month, and then
Yeah.
we never talked
Remember,
about
was
it again.
Too much.
Remember? Like, was it May of 2019 or 2020?
Oh, those were audio only shows, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we need to do it again on video.
I can't. I don't want to do that.
Jude is not a Star Wars
I
fan.
can I
Never
can do
has been.
those 3 behind Alex.
These ones.
Yes.
These
Yeah,
ones.
we-
I
can do
need
those.
nothing else, and everything else that comes out after it, I don't acknowledge it, and I will not watch it. He's dragged me to a couple of them, and I have to get wasted in order to just make it through.
So I want to know how many of my ridiculous plot threads actually come true in episode 4.
Probably all of them.
The way the show's going, maybe.
I don't know. Reva and Leia, that's probably going to happen.
Red Bush.
Red Bush. Emperor getting boned by Mara Jade. I could see that. I could see them throwing that in there. And then the head canon people will be like, look, she really is a Skywalker.
Darth Burnham will walk in and go, "Hey, he's my man." Like,
Do you
"Cut
think she wants to bone the Emperor?
I don't know.
Wrinkly little white cock.
Fucking
You painted a picture of it, and now it's in my head.
Yeah. They're called death sticks in the Star Wars universe.
Hey, you want some death sticks? Go back to your home and live your life better.
Just gonna stretch it out because it's so wrinkly.
It's like a latex glove. It's like just snaps back. Do it. God, Kenobi's so stupid.
Fucking Star Wars, man. Check out good sci-fi. Go find good sci-fi.
There is a lot of stuff out there right
There's a
now.
lot of good stuff out there right now. And it's non-political, non-woke nonsense. It's good. It's fun.
It might be a little woke, some of it.
Not
You
here.
just gotta like filter that shit out.
It's better written than Kenobi.
Yeah, you can't get away from some of it.
Kenobi's just trash. Kenobi,
Well, Kenobi is like the people that are making this show don't know what Star Wars is.
I think
It's
they
weird, dude. It's like what did you say earlier? The guy that wrote episode 3 or whatever didn't, or no, the guy that
No, the guy, one of the co-writers of Kenobi, had never seen episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
the fuck,
how
dude?
the fuck is that even possible?
How do you get that job and never have seen Star Wars?
And that's why, like, he didn't know that Kenobi knew that Anakin was Darth Vader and was still alive.
It's just crazy.
But he did. Wait, hold on. Did he know or did he not know? I've
He
always
did
thought
not know.
he did not know, right? Because he thought he
He
died.
literally watched a fucking video
Of him being
of
dubbed.
him being dubbed Darth Vader by
Right.
the Emperor.
Right.
Now rise, Darth Vader, and go kill all the younglings.
Yeah, but didn't
Whatever
he?
the fuck
Didn't he
said.
think he died on the hillside in Mustafar? And then he hadn't heard about Darth Vader
He
until.
had to have heard. Everybody's heard of Darth Vader,
You
dude.
think so? On
Fuck
Tatooine?
yeah. Oh hell yeah.
I mean, it's a weak ass freaking plot point that he's on Anakin's home planet going by Kenobi.
Well,
and having his son still have the
end of
Skywalker
episode
name.
3, Yoda basically tells him, "Consumed by Darth Vader, Anakin has
Yeah,
become."
yeah.
Like I mean,
So I need you to go to Tatooine and watch over Luke, and I need you to like train and commune with Qui-Gon Jinn. I'm gonna show you how to do this shit.
And we haven't done any of that.
But this dude, fucking Jake Kenobi, goes and buries his fucking things.
See,
and goes and hangs out in the cave and goes and cuts sand whale meat. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is this? I'm getting mad.
Well, Anakin was Darth Vader before he died, though. They had the battle.
It was
so
unreal.
we knew of Darth Vader.
So stupid.
I understand, like, to a certain extent, I can understand, like, Kenobi being down and out.
I forgot R2 was there.
I know, I did too. Sorry, R2, I totally forgot you were here.
So quiet.
Like, I totally understand, like, hey, Kenobi's in a dark place right now. He's dealing with his failures from episode 3. That makes sense to me. But, like, for 10 fucking years?
Get therapy, bro.
Like, come on, dude. Like, I get it. You know, there's a Kenobi book that is actually pretty freaking good, and I like the book that came out. It has Kenobi, and it says like of him first getting to Tatooine and going through a bunch of shit and trying to hide that he's a Jedi. It's a decent book. I didn't dislike it.
It's like, okay, so everybody's saying he cut himself off from the Force, right?
Why the fuck would he do that?
He literally is trying to commune with Qui-Gon Jinn in the first episode.
Yeah,
that's not somebody who cut himself from the Force.
I know. I get it.
It's absolutely an asinine argument. And if you think that he cut himself off from the Force, then fuck you.
Yeah.
Because you're a moron. And it's just how I feel.
I was kind of going along with the first 2 episodes. I was like, oh, I'm just happy to see Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan. Yeah. Like, I like Ewan McGregor.
Everybody else.
Everybody loves Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. Everybody likes Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader.
It's the people that are writing this show that have no clue.
That was where my issue came in, is in episode 3, and I'm watching that. I'm like, okay, so they escape this planet. They go to some random place that looks like Joshua Tree, California, whatever the fuck. Doesn't look like a Star Wars planet. It just looks like they went out in California and shot some shit. and like, he's bumbling over trying to get like from point A to point B, and then he gets confronted by the stormtroopers, and then he's just like, oh, I'm sorry. He gives up. He bends down on his fucking knees and gives up, and he's like, I'm sorry. And then somebody else has to come in and Deus Ex Machina his way out of that situation. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
He has to be rescued by a woman.
Oh, don't fucking... I don't give a shit.
He has to be rescued by a woman, chick.
One force push could have just leveled those 3 stormtroopers.
He has his lightsaber on him.
Oh, yeah.
Use the fucking lightsaber.
It's so bad.
And then when Vader I do like how they brought Vader in that scene where he's trying to draw Kenobi out by just fucking killing people for no reason. He's like, force choke you. What are you going to do about that, Kenobi? Because he knows he's there. He just wants him to come out. When he came out and he was like, okay, I got to draw his attention away from Leia. So he's trying to, I understood like, okay, I'm not going to fight him right here. I'm going to try and get him away. I understood that. That was totally fine. He was like going through the little, like, oh my God, I'm out here by myself and Vader's chasing me.
Left when we started
she don't give a shit about Star Wars. I don't give a shit about Star Wars anymore either. I'm fucking done, dude.
You know, one of the weirdest things about the Obi-Wan show is the production quality. When you're watching it, it almost feels like a fan fiction film because it looks cheap.
Is it?
Is that the volume? Is that what does it?
I don't think it's the volume. I think that like like when we saw Vader on his throne in Mustafar, like it almost looked like a bad YouTube sort of fan film. Yeah, it was really weird. And
I get more of that feeling when he's walking through these big giant vistas, like on these planets that nobody's heard of. Well, when there's 3 stormtroopers that he's supposed to be scared of.
I thought that in episode 2 when he's on that like weird like underbelly planet,
cyberpunk place.
Yeah, everything looked really good. But then like in episode 3, especially like when he's fighting Vader, everything just felt like very like low budget. It was really weird.
I think it was more
the whole Vader fight just pissed me off.
I think it was more the cinematography than anything else. It's like, because I think if with the right cinematography, I think that scene could have looked fine.
Well, it was something I've noticed since episode 1 is like it feels very shot on video. It doesn't feel cinematic at all, which is really weird.
But the fight scene was
weak.
Here's the thing. I don't give a shit what they do because to me, this isn't what happened. That first confrontation they have in the first Star Wars movie, when he's saying, when I left you, I was but the learner, now I am the master. That was the first time they've seen each other since Mustafar. I don't give a shit what anybody out there says. For 40 fucking years, that's been canon.
Well, when Pablo Hidalgo answered my tweet, he specifically explained.
In 2005, we explained, whatever. I don't give a shit, dude. Like, the movies are canon to me. Everything else is just extra.
Pablo Hidalgo.
And it doesn't matter to me. I'm like, I don't give a shit, dude. This show can suck. It can fucking blow chunks.
But it does. It does.
And I'm going to be like, oh, that sucks. I'm going to go watch this really cool sci-fi show that's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Whatever happens. I don't give a shit, dude. I'm done caring. I was like, whatever. I got my three movies right here. These are mine. Y'all can have whatever else you want.
There's good stuff out there. There's actually good stuff in the animated shows. But you know,
sure.
they can't even. I don't feel like they even stay canonical with the stuff that they've created themselves. You know what I mean? It's weird. They can't. I mean,
they're gonna have to do a couple narrative backflips to figure out what happened to the Inquisitor.
Yeah,
because Vader said the Inquisitor's dead in this episode. He's like, well, I will give you the title.
From a certain point of view.
I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Whatever.
Crazy.
I don't give a shit. Whatever they do, I don't care. Whatever. Fucking fuck it up. Keep digging their hole, dude. That's all they're doing is just like, it's what it is, man. It's done. It's been done for a while. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna go get some whale meat.
I'm gonna watch it in hopes that there's I'm gonna watch it in hopes that there's like one or two good scenes.
Fucking sand whale sushi.
It was dude, oh my god. Okay, so I was watching, there was like some dude on TikTok and I was watching his video and he was trying to like defend the Kenobi show, and there was a line of thought that he had about the defense of this show, and I was just like dumbfounded by how stupid it was. They're like, oh, do you really have such a big problem that Vader didn't blow out the second fire? Like, really? Because if he did what you guys wanted him to do and he walked through the fire, he would have just killed Kenobi and then we wouldn't have a show.
Why didn't he just...
And I'm like, hold on. No, asshole. That's not what I'm mad about, dipshit. I'm mad that they couldn't write a scene that made his escape make sense.
Yeah.
That's what I don't give a shit if he escapes. Let him escape. Fuck it. We're going to have round 2 in a couple episodes. But make it make fucking sense. I'm not mad that he didn't blow out the fire and kill Kenobi.
Listen, at this point,
you fucking dipshit.
Kenobi doesn't know how to use the Force anymore.
My heart's fucking pounding right now.
He doesn't know how to fight anymore.
He doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't. I'm surprised he can turn his fucking lightsaber.
What I'm saying is,
what all Vader had to do during that fight when he was getting, and it's like Force lift him up and drag him over to his fucking and just fucking skewer him through the chest.
Or Force crush the slow moving android.
There's so many things that he could have done.
Maybe walk around the fire.
My issues with the fucking shills of the show who will defend it to the end are like, well, what? You want him to kill Kenobi? No, dumbass. I want them to write a good show that makes sense why he escaped.
Yeah, make it happen.
Make it like if you were like, hey, Vader doesn't want to kill him.
I made a comment.
He wants to bring him to the Emperor. He wants to toy with him, so he's not going to kill him right now. He's going to allow him to escape.
It is mind-boggling to me that the people that write this stuff that get paid, that make a living, they get paid good money to write this shit, have no fucking clue what Star Wars is or what they should do with these characters. Because there's a million fucking people out there like Kadish, like you, like me, like all of our friends. We could all get together, and we could do one of those fucking stupid ass whiteboard story sessions like the goddamn story group does, right? And we could come up with a better story in probably 15 minutes. You know what I mean? It's just, this isn't hard.
No, it's not difficult to do.
It's Star Wars. It's a pretty simple fucking story.
Here's an example, okay?
It's just
so in my head.
I'm getting mad. I'm getting upset.
No, it's fine. Let's go. Everybody's like, oh, you're not actually the salty nerds. No, I am. I am the salty fucking nerd. Okay, I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. It's stupid, and I don't want to watch it. That's why I'm salty. I'm gonna go watch something that I like, and I'm gonna talk about what I like, and whether or not that gets views, fine. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm not gonna spend a goddamn minute talking about this bullshit, except for right now because we're drunk.
We're getting a fucking 8-year-old little actress, who is fine.
I was gonna say, I'm like, don't you go after little Leia, dude.
Little Leia is cute, okay, but she's 2 years younger. There's a big difference between 8 and 10. An 8-year-old and a 10-year-old are completely different. But what we're getting is stupid fucking. What's the chase
scene thing? Is that what you're talking about?
We're getting people getting knocked over by tree branches and shit. It is the dumbest fucking thing I've seen in my life. This is.
It's called Gooniitis.
This is what's that fucking Ewok movie that they made with the diabetes guy?
The Battle of Ewok or whatever.
It's that level of bullshit.
Yeah. The Witch of Endor.
We're getting Battle of fucking Indoors level stuff with the Kenobi show.
Yeah.
They should have more respect for what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
Kenobi.
Like I said, starting out, this movie right here was the only time that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader, Darth Vader fought. In my head. I was convinced of that. A friend of ours was like, well, what about this line in Return of the Jedi where he says, Obi-Wan once thought as you do? And I was like, oh shit, that kind of does open up a little wormhole. If they were to use that and put it into and use it in the context of this show, I was like, okay, there's possibility you can kind of like maneuver around that as long as you don't fuck with the main canon. This where he's like wiping the floor with Kenobi, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
The whole thing's weird. It's like, okay, they do the thing where he's like watching Luke from his cave. It's like, okay,
I like that.
I was fine with that.
Yeah.
That's what
when he tries to give him the toy.
Obi-Wan should be doing. He should be watching from a distance, making sure everything's cool.
Yeah.
All right. But then they go into this thing with Leia, who honestly should never have fucking had any interaction.
She doesn't know who he is in the first fucking movie. General Kenobi. Years ago, you fought with my father in the Clone Wars.
Exactly.
That is not a lady who knows this guy.
So now in the Disney remake, it's like, yo, General Kenobi, hey, remember that time when I was 10?
You fucking rescued
and
me?
We went on that really cool adventure.
Fuck.
And we went to those other planets, and we had that stuff with these people, and we fought that Darth Burnham chick.
And I asked if you were my daddy.
Yeah. Do you remember all that?
Fuck!
It doesn't make any sense.
So mad.
What is
going on?
From the beginning, my idea for like, okay, you're gonna do a Kenobi show. Okay, it's got to be on Tatooine at least to start with. And what my idea was like, all right, so Owen Lars, something happens to his farm. He's got to take a loan from the Hutts. The Hutts come and say, you're not paying your loan off. We're gonna take your fucking kid for the slave trade. Fuck you. Obi-Wan Kenobi again, dude. I'm supposed to be watching out for this fucking kid and protect him. Mm-hmm. The Hutts just stole him and turned him into a slave. Oh no, fuck that.
Yeah.
And he goes and Obi-Wan Kenobi's his shit through the Hutt halls and fucking takes Luke back.
He's gonna get on his like little Star Wars phone quarter thing, and he's gonna go, yo Boba, over at fucking Jabba's palace, or I don't even know where the fuck. Come over and hang out and bring your Rancor, and we'll do some stuff. You know, I don't know. It's just so fucking stupid. But yeah,
you know what kills me about this show is that you know they seem to be going with the prodigal hero trope, where like Obi-Wan is like a broken man, and then like oh, he's got to redeem himself. They did the exact same thing with Luke in The Last Jedi, and how did that go over? That went over like a ton of bricks, and I'm like, they're reusing this, knowing that like a vast majority of the fan base hated that.
But here's the thing, though, is that can be done well. We've seen it done well.
It can be, but they've proven that they don't know how.
They don't know how to do it well. Like if I watch a Kurosawa film and it's a broken hero who is reluctant to become the old hero that he once was, but then the narrative flips and he becomes the hero again. That's been used a million fucking times. But these people don't know how to do it.
The issue here is that you have two characters, Luke and Obi-Wan, who people grew up wanting to be, like idolizing them. Mm-hmm. And so like nobody wants to see them broken and lame and stupid and like grumpy.
And if you do that, it has to be, there was a show that we watched recently that had that, but they turned it around within one episode. Do you guys remember what it was? There was a TV show that we watched recently. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, they had the broken hero, but within the first episode, he had been confronted with a problem, denied, didn't want to do it, and then came back around and became the hero. But that was all done in one episode.
Yeah, I don't remember that show.
I don't remember. God, I wish I could remember it so I could shout it out. But they did it well. They were like, oh yeah, here's the hero that we grew up with, but he's kind of bummed out right now. But then he flips over and he becomes the hero again. They can still do that. It's still possible to play with that narrative. Yeah. They're dragging this shit out.
I mean, there's so much stuff.
There's 6 episodes and we're 3 in.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan is burnt to a crisp, being taken care of by a droid. Like,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and you know that they're building up to like a rematch where he's going to fight Vader again. He's going to defeat Vader, and he's like, you still have a lot to learn. And then he fucks off. And so that way, when they meet again at the Death Star, you'd be like, when we last met, I was but the learner.
I hope they do that. At least cover their ass a little bit. I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, but they're doing this stuff with Darth Burnham. This stuff is like it's fallen right into the spoilers that we've all heard about, and it's going to completely ruin the whole narrative of the original trilogy.
Kenobi's only mission on this whole thing
nonsense.
Was to protect Leia. And like 3 times now, he's failed to protect Leia.
Yeah, he just like gave up to the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
It's like the Kenobi that we know from like the prequels,
Yeah.
would have never, given up if it put Leia in danger.
Even from A New Hope, he would have just freaking mind tricked his way out of it. Like, no, you don't. We're fine.
We're not the guys you're looking for.
We're not.
We're not the guys you're looking
Dude,
for.
do you know how fucking bonkers the fandom would have went if Ewan McGregor said this is not the child you're looking for?
Kenobi is so dumb in this series that he can't walk around a gate.
Oh, did you see that?
He can't walk around
It's a gate. But there's an obvious trail.
It's literally the scene from fucking the Mel Brooks movie with the cowboys, Blazing Saddles, where they put the fucking toll booth in the middle of the desert. It's the same fucking thing. It is unbelievably dumb.
And what about that part where Leia's like, say hello, father, and like, perfect time for him to say hello there.
Yeah,
Didn't
they
say
don't do it.
He said hello.
Well, because they've never seen episode 3.
You guys give me shit for making up the shit that he has to get rescued by some female imperial officer, but it's true. That's what this is. They're just emasculating him, man, and it sucks. And it's just I can't.
What irritates me is that there's ways that you can do that it doesn't matter that it's a girl.
I don't care.
Like, it doesn't. Who gives a shit if it's a chick that comes and helps him out?
Give us a cool character from Game of Thrones. I'm fine with her.
I even like the freaking fake Jedi guy. I thought he was cool. Go for like a buddy cop. Go for like a buddy cop thing with him. Why not? It'd be fun. But then, no, they drop him off of the other planet, or they leave him behind, and we never see him.
He would have made a great sidekick to Kenobi.
Yeah, a fake Jedi and a real Jedi. I think that would have been fun.
I really hope you do some more episodes breaking down the actual bad writing aspect of this show, because you killed that dude. When you made a video, I mean, I know it's people don't like it because you speak truth, and that's all there is to it. These fucking shills out there that'll defend anything.
Oh, there's
with the freaking Lucasfilm logo on it. It's unbelievable.
There's a difference between like criticizing a movie or TV show because you don't personally like the creative choices that they made. There's another thing to actually break it down from a tradecraft point of view, where like you can objectively say they did this wrong, they did this wrong, they did this wrong. Here's a plot hole, here's a plot contrivance, blah blah blah, and like actually illustrate it. The problem is like those videos take a long time to do.
Right.
So
like people who are mad about Reva or whatever her name is, the Inquisitor chick.
Darth Burnham.
I don't like. I'm sorry,
I like Darth Tantrum.
I'm sorry, but there's been annoying characters in Star Wars before. This is not a new thing. So that she doesn't bother me in the least. I don't care about her. I'm like, whatever. There's an Inquisitor. She's kind of feisty and she's an asshole and she wants power. Okay, whatever. My issue is with how they get the storyline from point A to point B. And it all relies on Obi-Wan Kenobi being a complete dipshit. And that's what bothers me.
Yep.
Like, move the story along, but have Kenobi be competent.
And this stuff that like Vader doesn't make any sense.
Like what?
Like him just not executing Obi-Wan in a millisecond. See, the dragging him through the fire and then letting him walk away.
Oh no, I think I'm
all that kind of shit.
The walking away thing, I'll give you, but the dragging through the fire, I felt like that was freaking pure Anakin getting revenge. Like this dude is bent on revenge on Obi-Wan Kenobi for letting him lay there and burn on the foothills of Mustafar. Like that, I totally understand.
I honestly think that Darth Vader should have not been in this series at all. He should never have shown up in here. Yeah. He should have been like a looming presence.
Yeah,
that maybe
people
in the last
talk about. What's that?
Maybe in the last episode.
Not even then. I just think that like bringing him and Obi-Wan together is just a bad choice all around.
I can see that. Yeah, I don't 100% agree. I think it's okay to have them confront each other, but I think it should have been placed earlier, because that line in A New Hope where Tarkin's like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, surely he must be dead by now. Like, surely he must be dead by now means 20 some odd years, not 9.
I mean, if you really think about it, like it really should have been Darth Maul that Kenobi. That's the main antagonist to Kenobi.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah, but we had that in
Rebels,
that fucking cartoon show.
Well, I mean, like that was their final confrontation, but they could have had like another one at a certain point. But the thing is like if you think about from episode 1 onward, Maul has kind of been like, or Kenobi has been Maul's primary antagonist. Like he just obsesses over Kenobi. So it would have made sense if like, as the resurrected crime lord, Maul was like doing stuff to kind of flush Kenobi out or something. Something that didn't involve Darth Vader would have been nice.
It's just they're just trying to sell tickets.
Even if they tied it into like Kira
fucking
something with the
it's fucking
crime lords
it's
and all this kind of
clickbait.
shit. It's just
Disney Plus is just using clickbait, dude.
it's just
all it is.
we need
Here's the Kenobi show,
we need
guys.
subs for our
Yeah,
streaming service.
it's just clickbait. That's all it is. Oh, we're gonna have Obi-Wan and Vader fight, and then all the freaking plebs who were like, "Yeah."
Well, it was funny. In our fake episode 4 review, I said like, "Oh, the bold choice of having Kenobi be in a coma the entire episode," and Alex almost lost it. I don't think that's too far from the truth, actually.
The whole thing was a fever dream.
Well, I think episode 4, he's just going to be recovering from his energy or from his injuries, and he's going to be out of it.
You know what?
Hey, how did Darth Burnham get from one end of the tunnel to the other?
She used force teleport powers.
You notice that too? So Leia enters the tunnel and runs her 8-year-old feet all the way through the tunnel. Burnham, Reva opens the door, sees the tunnel, and then ends up at the other side before Leia does. Unless she like went on the outside of the tunnel.
I just don't get it.
I don't fucking care.
I don't get it.
Whatever.
We just did like a full-on breakdown of the fucking show, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, episode 3. I don't know. We didn't really talk about. Well, you talked a little bit about the
It's just this
the
whole
sand whale thing.
This whole thing, man.
It's frustrating because I wanted it to
so
be good.
frustrating.
I
because,
want it to be good.
Listen, people say, well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Well, fuck you, okay? Because I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I want people who supposedly love Star Wars but are somehow accepting of this bullshit garbage that they're feeding us. I want them to be honest and critical about what we're getting, because this isn't good.
Here's
This
what
is not fucking good Star Wars, and it pisses me off that people are okay with this, because it's not okay. It doesn't make sense. It's poorly put together. It's nothing but Lucasfilm and Disney trying to get more subs for their show.
Yeah. The thing that
be respectful of the canon. That's all I want. I just want Star Wars to be better. They can do it. I know they can do it. They can give us good shows. Rogue One was good.
I love that movie.
I watched it the other night. You know, it was respectful of the canon. It continued the story, and it was a prequel. But it gave us some that battle of Scarif was awesome. It was absolutely awesome.
The fact, even in that movie where they have this huge battle sequence, they went through the trouble. They said they called call sign of one of the X-Wing fighters was Red 5, and that dude died. Red 5 was open for Luke to come in, like I don't know how many days later it was.
Yeah,
but just a tiny little thing like that.
And that final scene of Darth Vader going
through the hallway.
I can sit here and I can say Rogue One made
Episode 4
more fun. Not necessary, but it made it more fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's all I want. That's all. I want them to respect the canon. I don't want them to make bullshit up. I don't want them to have people creating this stuff that aren't familiar with the fucking canon.
They have to do.
It's just. Oh,
they're continually having to do narrative backflips
and I'm tired,
to make this shit
I'm
work.
tired of people that are Star Wars fans defending this shit. Stop it.
Listen, here's the thing though, okay? Here's the truth behind it. Because I follow and watch a bunch of Star Wars content people on TikTok who are complete shills for this stuff. And I want to watch that stuff because I want to see where they're coming from. And each and every time I watch their shit, and I'm like, okay, they say, it's not perfect, but here's what I liked. And here's this that I liked. They don't really focus on what's wrong with it. They always go, oh, well, Vader was really cool in this episode, and this was cool, and that was cool. And you know what happens to them?
His red lightsaber is really neat.
Every fucking time that I watch a creator who's starting off as a small creator and who goes through this motions of like, I'm just going to talk about everything that I love, those people will inevitably, within the first year or so of creating content, those guys will be on the fucking red carpet for some fucking premiere at Lucasfilm with a verified fucking account. Every fucking time.
Fucking shills.
I've watched it 3 or 4 times happen to people. I followed them a year ago when they had 1,000 subs.
Yep.
And I watched them go and they grow.
Now they have 80,000
Now they have 80,000 and they're at the fucking red carpet event. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and we're sitting here being honest and we're
being honest. We ain't ever going to get invited to fucking shit, dude.
Fuck you. Fuck no.
I was just like, whatever, man.
I just want people to be real.
Yeah.
And quit defending the bullshit. make it fucking better. Make it fucking Star Wars. Respect the canon. That's all I want.
Do you think there's anybody in Lucasfilm right now that's actually doing that? My personal opinion,
I think Favreau and
Yeah.
I think Filoni both want to do this. I think they're being hamstrung a little bit by the powers that be, because there's people above them that pull the strings.
I think
well, Kathleen Kennedy's whole strategy for like Star Wars content, which is like continue going backwards, continue doing prequels, continue using old beloved characters and ruining them. It is frustrating
It's
to watch.
fucking
Like how hard is it to create new characters and go forward in the timeline and like give us new stories that aren't like hamstrung by what came before them? Like it shouldn't be rocket science. It should be something that is very self-evident.
Matt, you're a writer. It's not hard to write this stuff, right? Is it hard to write this stuff?
It is hard to write good stuff.
But is it hard to stay within the canon and write stories?
It is if you're not familiar with the canon.
So, but why would people that aren't familiar with the canon be writing fucking Star Wars?
Because they go to the right cocktail parties in Hollywood.
go.
They
There you go.
donate to the right
It's
causes.
the same thing with the content creators, dude. You just praise it and tell you how much you love it, and then eventually you're at a fucking red carpet event. That's it.
I could send them to 100 people on Twitter and on social media that have fan-made fucking scripts that they've written that are all better than this bullshit.
Well, I think I said in one of my reviews, I was like, so many people in Hollywood would bend over backwards to work on a Star Wars story. So many talented people, and yet they don't. Lucasfilm doesn't seem to be able to find these people and employ them and get them to work on these projects. Yep. They find like bottom of the barrel, untested people who basically will do Kathleen Kennedy's bidding and bend over to her terrible creative suggestions. I really hate it when I read people about like, oh, look at all the wonderful movies Kathleen Kennedy worked on. They like list all like her filmography. And I'm like, first of all, those are Spielberg and Lucas's movies. Yeah. They were the ones who made those movies great. She was a logistical producer. Like if they needed to get a location or they needed like a certain number of crew members or something like that, that was her job to make happen. She had little to no real creative input, and like the stuff that she did have input on, it was filtered through much more talented people like Spielberg and Lucas.
Right.
And so like all these movies that she worked on, you can't attribute those to her.
Not their success, but I watch these documentaries because I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan. She produced Jurassic Park, right? Like, well, I can't deny that she was involved in one of my favorite movies of all time.
She's been involved in a lot of movies.
A lot of really great movies. But
because
you know what the biggest
she
thing?
makes a really good cup of coffee.
No, not just that though. I know you like saying that because it's kind of a douchebaggery thing to say, but whatever. But there was a huge storm in Hawaii when they were filming Jurassic Park, and she was able to get the entire production crew, filmmakers, the writers, the cameraman, the production, all of those people off the island through like 4 or 5 different like low budget charter planes and get them away from the storm. That's where she fucking shines. If you want to praise Kennedy for something, she's good at her job at producing things and helping the filmmakers make their dreams come true.
It reminds me of, I know you guys, I don't think you guys have watched The Offer yet, right?
Not yet.
But the main character in The Offer is the producer of The Godfather. Well, his main job is just making sure stuff happens.
Yeah.
That they have enough money to do this. It's about how did we get the money to do this part? How did we go here? That's what Kathleen Kennedy does. When she gets her brain into the creative process or the actual, what's the word? The story, the narrative, then that's where we lose it, because the bitch has a fucking agenda, and I'm not interested in her agenda. And it's just make the shit happen. Let the creators create.
Well, another big issue, and I think that this is Kathleen Kennedy's fault as well, is that there's no real cohesive creative vision for the overarching Star Wars stuff. Like whether it be TV or movies or something like that, there was never any like one singular vision dedicating where, like under George Lucas, it was his vision, right? So good or bad, at least like there was like cohesion there. The problem with Kennedy is that she'll hire these like talented filmmakers, quote unquote talented filmmakers, to come in, and they each have like varying different visions for like what they want to do with Star Wars, and none of it matches up with the original vision. And they don't pay homage to that, and they don't respect it, and they want to do their own thing. Rian Johnson's a perfect example of this. He was a young auteur who came in, like he has a very unique filmmaking voice, and he was completely wrong for Star Wars, and he fucking ruined the franchise. Single-handedly.
Yep. Yeah, he did. I'm a little bit nervous about some of these people. Like I know there's like Taika Waititi. I love Taika Waititi. I love his movies.
I don't think he's right for Star Wars.
I don't think he's right for Star Wars.
Yeah.
It'll
I mean,
be
he did-
interesting to see what happens with his movie. But
Didn't he like direct one of the Mandalorian episodes?
Yeah.
yeah, the one with the
IG-11?
the one where the stormtroopers,
The stormtroopers,
where they
right?
can't hit the target.
I
and stuff
can't.
at the
I can't do an entire movie of that.
end. No.
It was funny for that one episode
Yeah.
of Mandalorian. It was like, oh, haha. A 2-hour movie that's I'm supposed to be taking seriously in the Star Wars universe. I don't know if I can handle Taika Waititi's sense of humor. I love Taika Waititi. I love his movies. Jojo Rabbit, freaking The Hunt for the Wilder People. He's a talented filmmaker.
He's an amazing
and he's a
filmmaker.
great writer. But I don't know if he's right for Star
Jojo
Wars.
Rabbit was one of my favorite movies that came
It's fucking
out
incredible.
during the whole COVID era
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And I went to the theater. I was like one of 3 people in the theater to watch that movie.
That movie was fucking
It was
amazing.
really good.
Sam Neill and Hunt for the Wilder People. It's another Taika Waititi movie. Fucking incredible. I love that movie.
I love his humor. He's funny.
Yeah.
The What We Do in the Shadows.
Great.
Love it.
Yep.
I don't see that kind of humor working in Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars,
It's
bro.
not Star Wars. But I guess we'll see.
Well,
you know?
like if he was doing a movie about a day in the life of people in the Star Wars universe, I think it would work.
He would be perfect if they did like a Troops. You remember Troops, that
Oh, yeah.
fan-made film with the Stormtroopers?
Yeah, yeah.
If he did like a Troops movie, that'd be fucking hilarious. But if he's going down the rabbit hole of like I'm making a legit Jedi versus Sith Star Wars canon movie, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's gonna be.
interesting.
I mean, I will defend Taika Waititi. I think he's a good filmmaker.
Great
but
filmmaker. Is he right? Is he right for Star Wars? Guess we're gonna find out.
I guess we'll find out. Fuck it. Disney Star Wars.
He's the next movie, right?
Yeah, 2023 or something like
Didn't they
that.
say something about him being the next one at the Star Wars celebration last week?
Something
or
like
whatever?
that, yeah. But like Disney's whole idea behind Star Wars is like what Netflix has been doing that's been failing for the past 5 years or so is throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Make a bunch of shitty
Remember
Star Wars.
that big announcement where they had all these fucking TV shows and then they canceled half of them because they were like, oh, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you guys doing? Like, have a fucking vision. Have point A to point B. This is what we're gonna do.
It's like they don't know how to make an outline. It's weird, right?
It's weird. It's very strange.
I don't know. We've been
I
talking
mean, you
about
could fucking remake the Thrawn trilogy. Just take the
Goddamn
books
right.
and make them. Be fucking amazing.
But you know, I'm a little curious with the Ahsoka trilogy, what they're going to do.
A little bit.
I hope it's good. It's just going to be an extension of Rebels. It's going to be Rebels season 6 or whatever,
Yeah,
or 5
yeah.
or 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever. Fuck it. Who cares?
I don't.
I'm really just kind of burnt on Star Wars right now, and it makes me sad because I shouldn't feel that way.
Yeah, it's a
because-
bummer.
Have you seen my room in my house?
Yes,
It's
I've been there.
Fucking
It's just Star Wars from wall
it's
to wall.
Star Wars from wall to wall.
Wall to wall Star
I was
Wars.
Like, I got to put some Star Trek shit up just to like balance stuff out. It's ridiculous.
But I'm over it.
Don't
man.
ever fucking tell me I'm not a Star Wars fan. Fuck you.
Yeah, you got the.
I will
mention.
fucking go scorched earth on your fucking ass.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
The thing I hate about this argument that Star Wars fans are toxic,
Yeah.
it's not that Star Wars fans are toxic. It's that you have a very hardcore fan base who loves the material
Yeah.
so much that they hate it when that material is destroyed systematically by untalented hacks who insist that, like, if you don't like what they're doing, you're a racist, a sexist.
I got
bigot,
told
a
yesterday.
misogynist.
I got told yesterday in a chat, if you don't like it, don't watch it. By somebody who's supposed to be a friend of mine in our shows. I wanted to go scorched earth. I didn't because I have respect for people. But man, don't ever fucking tell me that. Don't ever fucking tell me that if I don't like it, don't watch it.
It's a stupid argument.
Be fucking better. Demand better Star Wars.
Well, they're fucking getting paid
It's
millions of dollars. Like,
unreal.
my issue is the amount of attention that it gets. It doesn't deserve. Right? Star Wars. It's got this huge legacy behind
Don't
it.
ever fucking gatekeep me.
But these shows have been terrible for a long time, and they don't deserve as much praise as they're getting. And I'm like, there's way better shit out there that this fandom, the Star Wars fandom, is itching for good content. It's fucking right there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a Star Wars logo on it, so they don't see it.
Yeah.
That's what drives me insane.
I get it.
I'm like, I'm watching fucking 5 different shows right now that are all sci-fi, that are all comic bookish, and I'm like, this shit is good,
Yep.
and nobody's fucking talking about it because it doesn't have a fucking Star Wars
Doesn't
logo
have the word
on it.
star in front of it.
Like Star Wars.
Star Wars, Stargate,
Like,
Star whatever. Star.
Literally, just turn your head a little bit, people. It's there.
Yeah.
There's good shit to talk about. but it doesn't have Star Wars in front of it, so it doesn't exist. That's what irritates me.
I get it.
Because as a content creator, I don't want to talk about fucking Star Wars all day long. I don't.
We're really salty.
I don't want to. I don't care. What if they're gonna ruin Kenobi? Well, fuck it.
It's sad, right?
It's very sad.
It's very sad.
But I still got these movies right here. I'm gonna go watch those. So it is what it is. I'm looking for new content that's good. And if you want to come with me on that journey, come along, come hang out. We're talking good fucking sci-fi shit on my side of the channel where I'm like doing freaking Severance and The Boys. I get like 7 viewers and I'm like, whatever.
Listen, I will watch the Severance for you. I will watch Severance for you.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. We can do a season breakdown.
All right. That's cool.
Just give me 3 weeks. Will you give me 3 weeks?
You got plenty of time.
Okay.
We got interviews up the wazoo coming out. We got Joe Flanagan. We've got Hoon Lee. We've got.
We apparently have a Star Wars review coming out here in the next couple.
Oh, we're dropping. He's gonna drop this in like an hour. This is good shit.
Salty nerds getting salty about Star Wars.
Everyone, that's what I was.
That's got 10,000 subs based right on that fucking thing. Yeah.
You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of people telling me that I'm not the salty nerd. I'm like, I am. I just don't fucking fume every chance I get. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my fucking time. This show's gonna suck. Guess what?
You know what?
The next show's probably gonna suck too.
You know what? I'm sober now.
Are you? Good. All right, let's go home.
Star Wars made me sober.
Woo.
Fucking A, dude.